Yeah, I'm fucking deep in Tennessee with my brothers from the 3. We quick to click and break the peace. No respect for what they.
I'm back, and I've played Doom Eternal. Now, before you start getting into it, no, I didn't really play all of it yet. I'm still playing. I didn't complete the campaign yet, so I guess this is just like a beta review until I complete the game. And I'm going to get down into the interesting, fun stuff that you guys want to hear me say about the game. So as you all know, the last video I made on the Doom games were me playing the first 3 Dooms and the 4th one, and I couldn't praise Doom 2016 enough. I also praised all the other Dooms, and I mentioned I'm going to be getting Eternal. Well, yeah, that happened. What's the first thing I noticed? Well, the first thing I noticed is that they redesigned everything. Now, people are going to have their own opinions about this. Some will say it's a good thing, and some will say it's a bad thing. And I don't hate the redesign, but I just don't understand why they redesigned everything. From the weapons, to the demons, to Doomslayer himself. I can't understand why they didn't just stick with the suit from Doom 2016. That suit was really good and cool. It also looked okay. There was nothing wrong with it. But they made some major redesigns on the suit. Like, for instance, you can see his arms now. I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but it'll probably sound like that anyways. It just looks funny. He doesn't look as menacing as he did in Doom 2016. I don't think showing the arms was a good thing. Now I can understand where they're coming from. They want to show his size and how big his arms are and how big he is overall. It shows that he's a big guy. But we already knew that. You didn't need to show the arms and show how muscly he was for us to know how big he was. Or how menacing he looked. I actually think he looked more dangerous in Doom 2016 than he does now in Doom Eternal. I've heard someone say this, and I'm gonna say it, kinda looks like Sausage Arms, or Sausage Guy. But hey, like I said, I'm not gonna completely shit on it, because I like the new feature with the blade. I think that's cool. I just don't understand why they redesigned everything. The same goes for the demons. The demons were fine in Doom 2016. I just can't understand why they redesigned them. I thought it would have been fine keeping them the same, just, kind of updating the graphics a little bit. But they just redesigned it. They could have just kept the demons the same as well, or like I said, update some of the graphics and just add in some new demons. But instead they redesigned everything. Same goes for weapons. I can't understand why they redesigned everything when it looked fine in Doom 2016. But hey, look, I'm not going to complain too much about the weapons. I think they still look fine. They look alright, but I just can't understand stupid little things like that. Now, I'm going to get on to the negatives straight away, because there's a lot of negatives for me. For instance, the little cannon he has on his shoulder that shoots out the grenades or shoots the flamethrower. Every time I use it, or every time I see it in the cutscenes or anything like that, I just can't help but keep imagining Predator. And I genuinely think it's a bit of a rip-off from Predator, not gonna lie. Hey, look, I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me, but from the first, quarter of the game that I'm after playing, I'm not really fond of these things. So that's 2 negatives. First, it was in the redesigning where you see his arms, sausage arms, and the second negative is the cannon up on his shoulder that shoots out the grenades and shoots the flamethrower. Another negative is the parkour. I just don't like the way there's more parkour in this one than what there was in Doom 2016. I can understand where they're coming from. They were trying to make more ways of movement to jump around when you're fighting. But when you're not fighting and they just put parkour down, I just don't see the point. I don't really like the parkour that much. It's a lot of a parkour game now as well. I thought they did a good job with Doom 2016. There's a little bit of parkour, but there's not too much. There's just, just a little bit. They don't go overboard with it in Doom 2016. But in Doom Eternal, there's a lot of parkour. I just don't understand why they did that. Like I said, these things might change. My mind might change about these things. I might grow to like them. But at the moment, I'm not really liking them. Also, the movement system seems a bit different. The whole gameplay does. It's like they redesigned the whole movement, not just the skins and the way everything looks. I don't know what, it's kind of a game breaker for me, because it just does not feel the same as Doom 2016. And I know the twists that they have in this, where it turns out who Doomslayer is, but I'm not going to talk about that. Something about this game just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll get back to you in my next video about this game. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of negatives I can go on about. I just don't want to keep going on and whining about them, because the rest of the negatives are all little things. I'll get on to a positive. A positive, which is clear, is the graphics are a little bit better. They're polished. And I wouldn't expect anything else from a game that came out in 2020. Another positive is the demons they added in. They added in a few new enemies. And of course, the soundtrack is still either the same type of music or they added in a new song. So I can't fault the soundtrack. Still as good as ever. But yeah, this is just kind of a little bit of a review from what I played so far. My mind can change in the next video when I make the full review. This is like a beta review, as you would say. Like I said, my mind can change. But for now, these are my thoughts on the game. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.